Hi, it's Liz here with Stampin' on the Rock. Today I'm going to be sharing a card with you with a new stamp set that is called Attention Shoppers. I'm going to go through all the parts in just a minute, but let me just show you. This is the brand new catalog if you have seen it already, but maybe you haven't, but it looks like this. Okay, it's very different this year. You know, some people are like, "Ooh, there's change," and not real comfortable with, and I get it. So there's changes, but let me just go through it. I'm here to help you. So I want to go through with some things with you, but today I'm just going to be focusing on this. This color wheel in here is fantastic. So this is on page 132 of the catalog. If you can see most of the products, you can see all the products online at stampinontherock.com. Oops, sorry, get that out of here. stampinontherock.com. But if you would like a hard copy of a catalog and you don't have another demonstrator you're working with, shoot me a message. I'd be glad to send one out to you. But let's get in here. This is on page 132. This is awesome because one of the biggest things I get from people is when I start creating, I don't know what colors to use. I don't know what to put together. Right here, this is awesome. If you've been around with Stampin' Up! Long enough, you know we had something like this a long time ago, a color coach, but then it went away, and now it's back. So here we go on page 132. We're going to just start simple here. First, just pick a color. Pick a color that you like, something that you want to work with, okay? So in my case today, I picked the color Shaded Spruce. Just kind of felt green today. I don't know. Pick the color Shaded Spruce. So what I'm going to do now is just pick a color of green on either side. So you can pick Garden Green or Shy Shamrock, and you know they will go well together. Okay, so I'm starting with Shaded Spruce, and I'm going to use Shaded Spruce and Shy Shamrock, these two colors. All right, so that's it for now. Another time we'll get into the other ones. But right now I'm decided I'm going to do a monochromatic, so right here. There's monochromatic, and it explains in here on monochromatic what complementary means, what all these different things mean, okay, in the color combinations. So we're sticking with monochromatic, and what that is just pick a color that you like and then match it up with one of the colors on either side, and it will go with it. It will match. Okay, so I just felt like Shaded Spruce, so I picked Shaded Spruce, and then I went with Shy Shamrock on the side. So that's how I picked my colors for today. So that's what I'll be working with. I have Shy Shamrock, and this is a new in color ink pad. And then I have Shaded Spruce Light and Dark Stampin' Blends. And then I'll also be using a crumb cake blend also. This is the dark crumb cake, okay? So we're going to set that aside. My papers I'll be using, I have Shy Shamrock is my base, and I've already cut that and I've scored it. So there's a score line here. Okay, so this is the base in Shy Shamrock. We're going to set that aside. And then I have a piece of Shy Shamrock here, and this is 4 by 5 1/4. 4 by 5 1/4. And I am going to run this through an embossing folder. So I am using, I had it right here. Okay, I'm using Painted Texture embossing folder. So I'm going to open this up, put this inside here. And for those who have not taken the plunge on the cut and emboss machine, okay, so on this bottom base that comes with it, it says right here, with 3D embossing folders. That's what this is. This is a 3D embossing folder. I'm using plate 1, which is what this is. Then I'm going to put my paper and my folder next. And then I'm going to put plate 4 on top. So put that, I put the paper in there, closing this up. And then this is plate 4 will go on top, okay? So let me run that through the cut and emboss machine here. Okay, so there we go. All right, so we got our pattern there. So there's that part. All right, let me set that aside. This piece right here, I cut this out of, if you don't have, this is a fun one. It says deckled rectangles. So typically I say rectangles you can just, you know, cut with your trimmer, and you don't need really a die for it. But these are deckled rectangles. So there's like a little jagged edge around, and there's all different shapes here to coordinate. So this one has a deckled edge to a little jagged edge, so that's that piece. And we'll put that aside. And I already told you I'm using the Attention Shoppers stamp set, which is super cute. And then there are, of course, Attention Shoppers dies that go with that. All right. So there's this little tiny grocery cart here that you can cut out. So I actually already did that. Let me pull that out here a sec. Oh, excuse all these shadows I'm giving you. All right. All right, so here we go. This is a shopping cart, and it has these two pieces here. All right, so I'm going to set that aside. And next thing I'm going to do is we're going to stamp the shopping cart. Not the shopping cart. We're going to stamp the bags. Here we go. I'm using Memento ink with the Stampin' Blends. Okay, so Memento ink, and I'm going to stamp 2 of these. Okay. And because it bleeds through the cardstock, I'm just going to grab another scratch paper to put underneath here. You always want to have something underneath because these Stampin' Blends will leak through your paper. All right, I'm taking the dark, and I'm actually doing a small area, so I'm using this bullet tip. And I'm just going to put a little bit of the dark ink around the tops of this tissue paper. And then where those little creases on the paper are, you could see different people doing this, and everybody might do it slightly differently. Again, your tools are exactly that. They're tools to create what you would like to create with them. Okay, so I just put dark around the tops there. And then I'm going to come in with my brush tip of, this is the light shaded spruce, and I'm pulling in from the dark. Okay. Stampin' Blends are lots of fun. I've said this before, but Stampin' Blends are what made me enjoy coloring, because I can't say that I was necessarily a colorer before, but I really like these blends. They're just like luxurious. They just feel so soft and like butter when you're coloring with them. The color goes on very easily. I like the shading effect that you can get with them. Sometimes I hear someone say, well, I'm not really getting them to blend. And usually that just means you haven't colored enough. Keep coloring with it, add more layers. The more layers you add, the better your blending comes out. So I did the dark, I did the light, and now I can go back and add the dark again along the edges, along that crease line, to just give it a little bit more shading. So don't be afraid to add too much color. It's okay. Okay. So let me see if I can hold that up a little closer for you. Do you see that there? All right. So I'm going to do the handles in crumb cake. Let's do the bullet tip because it's small. I'm doing the crumb cake just in the handles here. And I'm only using just the dark crumb cake, so I'm not really even shading it. You can, but I'm not here. Okay, so those are the handles. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm taking the dark shaded spruce, and I'm using the bullet tip, and I'm just going to give it these bags some little polka dots. Because a polka dot bag is just fun. I think I've only ever met one person who, well, maybe they actually told me that said, I just don't really like polka dots. But most people do. So let's just make this a fun little bag. All right, we're going to do the same thing over here. Just giving it some little chicken pox. And we're just randomly But you could stamp this onto designer series paper and cut that out and get that a fun design that way. You could use your markers and color in the bag to get a solid image. But I'm just giving it the polka dot. So those are my bags there. And then of course we have a die to cut those out that will just lay right over top and cut that out. So just give me a second. Actually I have some that are already cut out. So through the magic of TV, we're going to just do this. Look at this. There we go. How is that? They're all cut out for you. All right. So let's go ahead and put this card together. I'm going to pull this piece in, and I have liquid adhesive right here. So let's get this out of here. Got too much going on here. We're going to get that out of here. There we go. Okay. So let's put some adhesive. I'm going to use my liquid adhesive here because I'm going to show you a little trick with this also. Ooh, should have got one that's a little more full. Maybe this one's coming to an end. All right, this one's coming to an end, of course. So let me grab another one here a sec. Oh, of course I'm not going to find one right here. This is how it goes. All right, no biggie. We're going to just open up a new one here. There we go. All right. Thanks so much for your patience. All right, here we go. Let's put some adhesive on here. Got it. All right, I'm going to lay this on top. We're going to center that. Press that down. I like to turn it over and press it real well. And then I'm going to take this white piece right here, my deckled rectangle. And I'm going to put that piece down. And I'm going to set it up a little higher. And we'll press that here. Okay, now here's what I want to show you a little trick. So this grocery cart, it's really, really thin lines. So it's tricky to get adhesive on those little tiny spaces. So you have two options. You can take adhesive sheets. They're in the catalog. You can take adhesive sheets and put that on your cardstock and then cut this out. And then that way it will become like a sticker and you can peel off on the back and do it that way. Or one other option is you can take a little tiny sponge and you can put some liquid glue on your sponge and then just wash it out well when you're done on your sponge so it's like this. And then you can take the sponge and you can dab the glue on this way. That way you're not getting blobs of it anywhere. So we're just dabbing with the sponge to get the glue where we need it. Okay, so there we go. So I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to put this down here below my rectangle. Okay, now I don't want to put this one down here because I want to be able to put these bags behind it. So I'm going to take the sponge again. This might be a little easier if I actually do this. Take a piece of scratch paper. There we go. Let's do it that way. Scratch paper. And we're going to make it sticky all over the back. And then I'm going to take my bags here. And I'm going to stick those in my cart. There we go. And then I can take some adhesive and put this on the back of the bag. And then we're going to pick this up. Da, da, da. Sometimes crafting's a little messy, right? It's okay. All right, pull that up. Here we go. And then I'm going to put this right on top of my wheels here. Look at that. How cute is that? All right, we're going to turn this over and press that all down. There we go. All right, now we need our little sentiment. So in this stamp set, We have happy birthday, thanks, just for you. Shopping is always a good idea. Treat yourself with all these little flowers and cake, and there's the wine bottle there and a plant. So I'm going to be using the happy birthday from here. So this piece here is a 1/2 inch by 2. I'm going to pull in the Shy Shamrock ink pad. Are we still in there? We're good. Okay. And just tap, tap, tap. And I've said this before, but it's a little hard to see your white piece when it's on white paper. So we're just going to pull that off. And we're going to do this on the wood section, on the wood table here, so I can see a little bit better. And I'm stamping happy birthday straight down, straight back up. Let's close up our ink pad. There we go. And then I'm going to take this and I'm just going to do a little diagonal trim. Okay, we'll put that aside. Let's grab a dimensional. I think I have some here. Yep. All right, we're going to grab 2 dimensionals and put on the back here because we just like to have something popped up. All right. So I know, again, this catalog is a little different. There's lots of things in the catalog, but there are lots of things that are online only. So please follow along on my Stampin' on the Rock Facebook page, on Instagram, and on here on YouTube. And I'll be sure to highlight a bunch of the stamp sets that might be online only so that you're not missing them. So I'm here to help. Where should we put this? Up here? Down here? Let's try that right here. Let's do it right there. So I'm here to help you out to navigate and just answer any questions for you. So there we go. There's our card for today. I hope you enjoy that. And if you learned a tip from this or you're inspired to go try something similar, please hit that like button. I would appreciate that. And if you have any questions, you can leave those comments below and I promise you I will get back to you. But that's it for now. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.